Hi guys, Anthony here from Thehotend. In this episode we're going to compare the Logitech C922 versus the C930e Webcam. Okay, so Logitech were nice enough to send me their latest webcam, which has hit the market, which is the C922e, which is this bad boy here. Now, the webcam I'm comparing it against is the one I already had, which is the C930e. You can see them here side by side. My audio now is coming through my studio mic, and I'll move into some actual tests using the audio of the webcams shortly. So here's the box that it came in. It's a nice little box, there's nothing too special here. Both the webcams are of a similar form factor. They look nearly the same with the exception of the silver face versus the black face. The key advantages of the C922 is that it is more marketed for gamers who want to do live streaming through XSplit.
So the goal of this game is to shit on people. Heavy metal music. Ah! Hit that girl right in the face. Oh, she's laying on it. Disgusting.
And it also does 720p at 60 frames a second, which is pretty good. Right now you'll see I'm in 1080p at 30 frames a second to keep them both on an even playing field. And you'll also see that out of the box on both, these are both on default settings. The field of view is fairly different between the two webcams. The C930e has a much wider field of view, I believe it's 90 degrees, and the C922 is a much tighter angle, which I suppose is better for live streaming because you don't really want to see all the clutter in the background. So now we'll test out the webcams individually. This one here is the C922 using its internal microphone. It's got stereo microphone, so it should be doing okay. And this is running at 1080p at 30 frames a second. So you'll see the picture is not bad. For a webcam, I think it's doing pretty good. Okay, so we'll just test out the autofocus of how fast it's going to switch between like a macro shot and then back to me. Okay, so that's fairly fast. It's nothing spectacular, but it does the job. And then back to me. Okay, so that seemed to work okay. Try again. Nice and crisp. And back to me. Alright, so that one's working fine and it's not too bad. Now we'll switch over to the 930e. So this one now is the 930e running at 1080p in full defaults, and it is also running at 30 frames a second. Okay, so we'll test the focus again. Okay, that found it okay. And then back. Alright, so they're similar focus speeds, and this is again through the microphone now of the C930e. So it's a bit confusing. I've got 3 microphones on the go between scenes. So this is the 930e microphone. This is the 922 microphone. Back to the 930e microphone. 922. And back to the studio mic. So hopefully you can actually hear and see the difference in the visual quality and the audio quality that these microphones are picking up. I've got them side by side on the top of my monitor, so giving them an accurate and a fair comparison side by side. Now we go into the real key differences of the 922, which was its 60 frames a second at 720p. So I'll just flick over to that now. So this is now the C922 Pro at 60 frames a second, and hopefully you can see that it's a bit more fluid. The motion should be smoother without any of the ghosting that would happen at the slower frame rate. So you can actually see that that's pretty responsive. Now if we try for a focus, maybe too close. Come on, focus. There we go. And then out to me. It seems pretty good. It's not too bad at all. So for a gamer, when you're going to be doing a bit more fast action, so you're going to be seeing your keys blurring away on the keyboard and your mouse moving around and swearing and smashing keys everywhere. You're going to need the faster frames to capture that decently. And one of the other advantages of the C922 is that it has a background, like a chroma key background replacement, without the need of a green screen. So I'll set that up now. Okay, so in terms of the prime feature that's with the C922, we have automatic background removal without green screen. So it's not perfect, but as you can see, it's doing a decent job considering I'm just sitting here with no green screen. It seems to have picked out my head and then has done a fairly good job of removing all of the background. So the software lets you choose a few different background configurations. So we can go green screen, and then all of these have the Logitech logo. You can change it to pictures, whatever you need to do. So I would, if I'm going to use it this way, I would change it to nothing, so remove the background. And then if I want to put in an image or a screen capture or something, I can do that, and the screen will be in the background. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I've loaded in a quick background just to show you what it's doing. This is what it does without an actual green screen. It seems to adaptively scan the scene, what it's capturing, which would be me, and then seems to be able to work out the contrast between me and the background. I'm not sure if it's doing that via depth of field or focus or contrast, probably contrast. And then it seems to be adaptively removing the background on the fly. Now, like I said, it's not perfect, but it does seem to work okay, and if you're playing a game or something, it would probably be fine. So that's with the background, and then click a switch and it's gone. So that's pretty good. Considering that's doing it all within the software, I'm pretty happy with that. And this is in a normally lit room, so there's no studio lights on or anything like that. This is just using the lights or the reflection and color cast that are coming off the screen. If I put on a studio light, we'll see if that makes a difference. Okay, so now I've got a single studio light softbox on, which is over here. Over here? You know what I mean. It's over there. Now let's hide the background. Yeah, and as I thought, with some better lighting on the subject, you're going to get a better differentiation between yourself and the background, better contrast, and it seems to be doing a better job of keying out the background. So if you're into this kind of thing, or you need this kind of functionality, then by all means the Logitech C922 is your preferred camera of choice, and there'll be a link to buy this on Amazon in the description using my affiliate links. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it does help the channel. So I hope this gave you a good comparison between the 922 Pro and the C930e Webcam. They are tailored for different markets, I believe. The 922 is for gamers and home streamers, Twitch, YouTube, all that kind of thing. Whereas I believe that the 930e was more designed for a corporate use. So it's got the wider field of view and the bumped up audio, because if you're using it in a boardroom or in a meeting, you want to be able to see who you're talking to. You wouldn't want a tighter field of view. So price wise, they're fairly similar. There's about a $40 price difference between the two. The later one, the C922, is actually cheaper by about $40, and the 930e is about 199 Australian at the time of filming. There'll be links for both of these in the description below if you want to support the channel and purchase through our affiliate links, and there's also Patreon there as well. We're about to hit 7,000 subscribers, so I thank you very much for all of your support, every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that will allow us to get more marketing power with companies to get more products into review, so we appreciate it greatly. Every like and comment helps us out greatly, so please continue to let us know what you like and what you don't like, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace, guys.